Hello, how's it going, friends? We are on day 43. I'm really excited about today. We're going to do some really focused work on the back, those serratus anterior muscles. So they wrap around underneath your armpit, kind of towards the front of the chest. They really help support the shoulder, and you have to have them when we're doing a bunch of back work and when we're doing supported plank work. So we're going to try to kind of build those muscles and really focus on them today. We're also going to start with a roller again, so hopefully you have that available. If not, just like yesterday, kind of try to move through the same ranges of motion, but don't worry about the roller. For instance, as we're rolling the back here, just kind of pull your elbows in and out, rotate side to side. Even honestly, rolling up a little towel will help put a little bit of pressure through some of the muscles on your back. We really just are hoping to hydrate and massage that fascia, get it a little bit more pliable and soft and hydrated. I'm going to run through the weight selection that I have, and then we'll get started. So we are going to be on a timer, so I'll run us through everything before we get started. I have a set of 3s, a set of 5s, 20s, and 130. So kind of what I have going on today, and I'll remind you and tell you what I'm using for each as we get there. So this is kind of a good time to have a longer roller. You can get up on it just a little bit easier. Keep your hips on the ground for now and place the roller at the very base of your scapula. Now you're going to have to kind of move around a little bit, and if you want to use your hands behind the head to support, that's totally fine. I think I will actually. So like I said, just kind of keep the hips on the ground to support, but slowly move, and then just let the roller push. You'll feel little knots that the roller is getting over, getting through. Shouldn't be causing too much pain. If it is, just back off of it, breathe a little bit. Just want to prep the upper body and back for work, not take it through any grueling punishment. Can save that for later when we're not going to need those muscles in a second. So I'm just rolling back down now. Keeping the hips on the ground just helps support. That's not as much pressure and weight on the back. And then we're going to go just to the base of the rib cage. Now lift your hips and roll back and forth. Breathe nice and deep. I'm going to lean over onto the left. Roll back, and then over to the right. Roll back, then all the way down the center. And then set those hips down again, and we're going to put the roller right at the base of the skull. So you should be able to feel it on the little nubbies at the bottom of your skull, the occipital lobe. All right, so find that, and then just roll your head left and right, left and right. A lot of times, even though we're up in the base of the skull, this really helps release tension through the traps. We'll go 3, 2, and 1. All right, coming on up. Let's get rid of that roller. Go into a child's pose really quick. Knees super wide, big toes together, hinge those hips back, reach your arms out way far in front of you. Deep inhale with your exhale, come forward. We're going to go into a little up dog. You can keep your knees on the ground if you need. Pull the chest through, flex those glutes. Grab your core, exhale, push up, downward facing dog. Okay. Go ahead and work through some bird dog and some cat-cow. Marches, little sit-ups. You can hold a plank while I am rolling through what we've got coming. And then we'll go from there. So first off, we're going to do a down dog arm reach. As I said, we're on a timer, so 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest / transition. All right, so you're going to start in that down dog, and if a down dog works for you but a plank does not, you're going to stay in the down dog and hold, or you can take right hand to the left ankle, left hand to the right, or you can do a bird dog. Okay, we're going to be 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other, so just stay on one side, then you'll switch with us. Or if a plank works for you, couple options here. You can slide that left or the right arm back toward the left ankle and then hinge forward into a one-arm plank. Slide back and hinge forward. Otherwise, you can plant your hand, hold that plank, push back, slide forward, plant, hold that plank. So we're doing each side. From here, have your baby weights handy, 3s. There's a chance you could do 5s or 8s, but I would really like for you to start as low as you can, as you have weight for, or even body weight, because again, I really want to focus on what we're using today. I really want to get into the serratus muscles and make sure we're using the rhomboids as well, which are the muscles that sit between the shoulder blades underneath your traps. So you have to get out of the traps and into the back muscles. Traps are all those neck muscles that we get tense in a lot. Okay, so we're going to be on our belly, pushing into the toes, squeezing shoulder blades together, tucking that chin. So you're going to pull those arms up with the palms down, then you're going to pull the arms up with the palms up. But again, we're trying to stay out of the shoulders and actually focus on using the back muscles underneath your scapula. We're going to flip over onto our back. Hips are going to stay on the ground. I'm going to attempt to use my 30. We'll see how it goes. I have 20 on the ready. We're going to do an overhead delt pull. So your delts are in the back of the shoulder. That low back's going to stay on the ground. Arms are going to reach really far overhead, and then you're going to be pulling back up. So we're getting into that upper back. Again, focus, focus, focus. So if I find that I'm focused more on holding the weight and trying not to lose it, I may go down in weight just to get the muscles into the right position and flexion behind my shoulder blades. So remember, going heavy is never really that awesome if you're not able to incorporate the right muscles to get you where you're going. Okay, back to our little 3s. This is where I have my 5s ready just in case, but the first set for sure I'm going to stay here. So we're going to do a wing pinch. So we're doing a scapular retraction, and the elbows are opening out behind. The reason I want really light weight is because I don't want to get lost in just trying to fling the weight, but I really want that pinch and burn into your serratus and the rhomboids again. So just that wing pinch. Wings are your scapula, you're trying to pinch them together. All right, from here, I will grab the 5s. We're going to do a pec deck. So pecs, obviously chest. Okay, you're going to start here. We've done these before, where the arms are going to open out. Then this is your starting point. So we're going to rotate back, squeeze in, open, drop. But just the top frame. Okay, we're just staying there. And then I want you to focus again on those wings. Keep those wings pinched together, especially as the elbows are back. Okay, that's the focus point. If at any point you're grabbing in the neck, get rid of the weight. Either drop your weights or go no weight and just go range of motion. Okay, from there I'm going to grab my 20s. We have back flies, elbows come up, pinch together. Then we're going to be on the ground on our belly for a Superman. And then we're going to do a boat with a weight switch. I'm going to go back to my 5. We did a boat a couple days ago, I think day 41, and we did a figure 8 with it. Today, you're going to take that arm really wide, pass it to your other hand, take the arm really wide, pass it. Okay, so again, we want to watch that we're not grabbing in through the neck. So chances are you may need to get rid of the weight and, just focus on form and keeping the work in the right points. Okay, so without any more chitter chatter, let's get started. So either your bird dog, down dog taps with your arm, or we're going to do that single arm plank. Rotation forward and back. All right, ready, set, and go. Timers are always a great idea. I can focus more on my talking than I have to counting. So slide forward, bringing that arm through. Pretty good chance you need to have a wide base of support on those legs. Trying to keep your hips level as you shift forward. So we're not here for speed. We want to get into the core and we're really trying to isolate around that scapula, that shoulder blade. Okay, hold. I'm just going to hold my down dog here, at least for set one. Make sure you're grabbing that core. Push into your thumb and first finger. Your finger positioning is really important. Okay, reach the left arm back toward the right ankle or whatever your alternate. So as you've noticed, I'm sure, lots of plank stuff, strong wrists, strong hands, and I haven't always had them. I have to kind of go forward and backward, trying to be nice to my hands, nice to my wrists, but taking the time to change your positioning to set into those fingers, spreading them wide, really gives you that strong base of support. Okay, done there. We're going to do our endurance pulse. So I'm going to grab my threes on your belly, toes push into the ground, slide your shoulder blades down, belly strong, and then pull with the palms facing the ground. Focus on rolling those shoulder heads back, squeezing your scapula together. Think about having a giraffe neck. Long, long neck, ears to shoulders. Take a little break. If you want to put your head on the ground, feel free. Next up, we're going to be pulling the palms up. Get your weights handy. Slide the shoulder blades down. Was that the way? Yeah. And then here. Again, pinch. Pinch between those shoulder blades. Keep the chin tucked so that the neck is long. They add up, but hold on to it. Grab the core. Make sure that those upper middle back muscles are staying intact. And time. Those little threes. Okay, get your heavier weight ready. We're going to go into that overhead delt pull. We're going to keep the hips on the ground because you want to push the low back into the ground. Straight arms. Pull back up. This is not a speed move. It's focused. You got to keep that flexion through the upper back. Rear delts, back of the shoulder. You do not have to tap the ground with the weight. Arms need to stay pretty straight. There's our time. So it stays in your back, not the triceps. Okay, coming up, we have our wing pinch. I'm going to grab my light weights. Starting hinge forward, just like you do for a back fly. But I want us to focus this time on rolling those shoulders back. Pinching the wings. So don't worry about what the hands, elbows, arms, take your brain to those wings. Hinge. Hold a split second. Time. You're in control. All right, our pec deck. Shoulders back and down. Elbows come up. 90-degree angle in those elbows. Rotate your hands up. Pinch together. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Rotate down. Up. Pinch. Pinch the shoulder blades. Rotate down. Here we go. Keep it out of the neck. So you want to get that range of motion through that shoulder joint. Also kind of focusing on what's going on through the chest, that clavicle, the collarbone, and your scapula. And time. Back flies. Already feeling that. Back. Okay. Slide the shoulder blades back and down. Hinge forward. Arms are together at the front. And then elbows come up and squeeze. So here, unlike that wing pinch, your knuckles stay facing the ground. you're getting your pinch between shoulder blades by pulling your elbows up and squeezing. But really, this one dials into, I think, your serratus muscles. So we want to find those muscles behind your armpit. You got to take your brain there and time. It takes some time to build those muscles. So important though. Okay, Superman is next. Lie on your belly. Keep your core strong. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Again, the lift is coming through pinching shoulder blades together, not nodding your head up and down. So try to keep your head and neck still. Use your glutes and hamstrings to lift. And time. All right, now we're going to do our weighted boat switch. Core. Feeling the core, I think, from those overhead delt pulls. Okay, find your boat. Arm opens out wide. Pass it across. Ooh. The range is up to you, but find that point that throws you off. You have to use the core to balance. Time. Okay, we made it through one round. Going back to the top. Down dog, arm reach. Single arm or your bird dog, or just tap your arm. Right arm reaches back to the left ankle, hinge forward. Okay, we're a little fatigued, a little heated. Feel the work come through that left shoulder blade. So slide the shoulder blade down, hollow out that armpit. Feel like you're sucking that armpit up into the shoulder joint. Hold your down dog. And then we're going to be going the other side. Left hand reaches back toward the right ankle. Remember, we want those fingertips spread wide, hinge forward. Tuck that tailbone, flex the glutes. Use that connection, the back and the core, to support the body on that one arm. So even though it feels like all the work is coming through that one shoulder, the more that you can grab the back and the core, that's where the ability comes from and the support sets in. Okay, on the ground, we're doing that endurance pulse. Belly. Leave your legs on the ground for this one. So your toes are pushing in, quads are strong, chest is lifted. Pinch between your shoulder blades. You'll feel the triceps too, but use the back, use the back. Time. And then flip your hands the other way. Lift the chest, slide the shoulder blades down, tuck that chin, roll those shoulder heads back, and then pull. Core stays strong even though you're laying on your belly. Tuck the chin. Flipping over onto your back and do that overhead delt pull. Push low back into the ground, keeping that core nice and strong. Using that upper back. Should feel heavy because it forces you to use your back. And time. Whew. Don't get many done, but that's okay. Oh, definitely feel every one. Okay, wing pinches. Shoulders back and down. Arms face the ground. Pinch those wings. Again, it's okay if your forearm doesn't look exactly like mine. What we're going for is that pinch between shoulder blades. I don't know if you can see. Chin tucks. Little pinch at the top. And we're there. Pec Decks. Let's go a quick little back extension round. Okay, chest tall, elbows start wide, hands come back, pinch together, open, return. Don't forget about your stance. You have constant bracing in your upper back. It's an extension of the core, those trunk muscles. You have to build those serratus, rhomboids, lats, and traps in a certain way, right? Obviously, we need those neck muscles. Okay, back flies are next. But we want to make sure that we've got the muscle build underneath the traps so that the traps are there, just kind of help out here and there, not take over for us. Plus, it's painful have tight traps all the time. Be in control. Try to keep your body still. So as you pull the elbows, you're not bobbing the body against the movement. I was working with somebody recently. We got Superman next. They were doing the whole chicken. Keep the neck still. Okay, Superman, Superwoman. Belly strong. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Should feel glutes, hamstrings, core, upper back, lats. It's the side of the mid back. 10 seconds. And time. Now we're in our boat. Put your legs tabletop. Oh, I got 2 weights. I only need 1. Find that flexion. Arm comes out. Pass it over. Focus. Grabbing that core. Man, you can feel it as it opens wide. Okay, we're gonna hit one last set. Hit up your downward facing dog. Feel those back muscles contract here, right? So set those fingertips wide, reach your hand back, hinge forward. Should be a little tougher this time. Find that shoulder blade. Retract it in. Stay in that range that you feel. Okay, hold your down dog. That you feel that scapula set in. See if you can figure out what it means and how it feels to hollow out the armpits. Slide those shoulder blades down. Flexion in the back. Okay, left hand taps back. Reach forward. Try to level those hips. Lots of flexion, lots of core as you hinge forward. Time. Okay, dropping into that endurance pulse. These have been tough ones for me. Okay, keep the core strong. Push the toes into the ground. Slide the shoulder blades together. Can you squeeze those shoulder blades together anymore? Take your brain there. Incorporate the muscles of the back. Time. Woo. Flip it over other way. Keep the belly strong. Again, pinch between those shoulder blades. Stay here, stay here. Keep your brain where you are. Body in the moment. Time. Whew, it's barely getting up off the ground, but we were getting there. Okay. Overhead delt pull. Get set. You've got to use that core. Reach those arms long behind. Try not to let your elbows bend. Feel strong all along that upper back. Time. Whew. Okay. Getting our wing pinch. Light weights. Shoulder blades back and down. Hinge forward. Pinch it up. Goal here. Rotate shoulder heads back and down. Create as much length and space between your ears and shoulders as possible. And find wherever you can pinch your wings together. Time. Pec Deck. Start with those elbows wide. Again, pinch shoulder blades back. Belly firm. Think about your stance. Rotate up. Pinch in. Open wide. And drop. Up. Pinch. Open. Rotate. Feel the chest flex. Back flex. Triceps. Biceps. Shoulders. Core. And done. Okay, back flies. Remember, keep that body still. Butt back. Your back is flat. Up, pinch just a bit. If you don't like these, if these are awkward or awful for you, go down and wait. You have to build these from a low weight selection. Those serratus muscles. You never knew you'd be so interested in a muscle called the serratus anterior. Look it up, get a little visual. It's really helpful to know what you're trying to get into, what you're trying to work. Okay, getting the superwoman, supergirl, superman. Ugh. Protect the low back. Keep the belly strong. You're not arching in the low back. You're pinching the shoulder blades, flexing glutes and hamstrings. Ugh. Just our boat swap. Okay. Find your boat. Tuck it under. Take that arm wide. And then switch. Flex deep. Try to keep those shins parallel to the ground. And time. Whew. Okay. We're going to focus on stretching through that back. Fantastic. So start by tucking your right foot in and putting your left foot out away from you. Try to find that even kind of hip. Your left hip is going to sit up a little bit, but hopefully not too much. Plant your right hand and then open. We're going to swing 3 times. Exhale. Swing open. Push in to that right hand as you swing. One more. This time take it slower and tuck and hold. Exhale. Oh yeah. Reach across. You're pushing into that right hand, building traction as you're sliding the other under. Okay, release. Come forward. Reach your hands just straight forward. Same Z sit. And then go to the other side. Tuck your left leg in, your right leg out. Level off through those hips. Plant your left hand. Open the right out behind you. Inhale. Oh my goodness, feels so tight at first. 2, 3. Hold this one. Take it slower. Push into that left hand. Counter twist. Let your breath kind of help you twist. Stretch along. Come back to center. Reach your arms forward. You all are doing fantastic. Remember to take some time, think back. How did the workout treat you? What could you have done differently? What didn't work? Where do you need some help? Please remember, I'm always available. I'd love to hear from you. Hands and knees. Push into your left hand. Inhale, bring your right arm up. Exhale, we're going to tuck it under, threading the needle. So drive your butt in the air and then reach that arm way through. See if you can get the shoulder head on the ground. See if you can get your head on the ground. Push into your left hand. We're going to go to the other side. Plant that right hand. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, tuck. And drop it down. It's been talked about a lot. but I'm reading about it as well. Fixed mindset as opposed to a growth mindset. Push into the hands, sit back on your heels, grab your hands. So just like we talk about it with our kids, if you have kids or whatever, making sure we're not sitting into that fixed mindset. I'm no good at math. I'm more of a creative. We can do the same thing with our health and fitness. I'm not good at being consistent. I don't do online workouts. I don't do high intensity, whatever. Try to get out of that fixed mindset. And we're going to try to work into a growth mindset, even for myself. I can have a pretty fixed mindset on which side is weaker, which side is stiffer, what exercises I struggle with. So you reframe the way that you talk to yourself. Right now, this is a struggle for me, but if I do A, B, and C, or with some hard work, or if I ask questions or maybe look up a video on how to improve form or a breakdown of the move, this can get better. This can serve me. So just pushing into and working on a growth mindset for ourselves in whatever aspect, and he'll bring those arms all the way up, not just our kids in education. All right. Good job, you all. I will see you here next time.